Hello boys and girls, this is Anders here of course, and welcome to some more Battlefield 3 gameplay, PDW, old-fashioned commentary, where I'm gonna tell you exactly how I was thinking when I was playing this match, or as good as I can remember it at least. Basically, I'm using the MP7 submachine gun, or PDW. I think 41 rounds in the magazine with an extended mag, laser sight, and I'm using actually iron sight, so no special sight on it. And I got quite a good squad here that's just medics, so I actually went with the mass, the secondary shotgun or whatever you want to call it. It's quite good on maps like these, especially if you have a squad that are all medics. One of them at least is gonna have a medikit, so you can use that to your advantage. Right here I was thinking, basically because most of my friendlies were already at B, since that just blew up, I went quickly to A here to try to grab it. Luckily though, a lot of my teammates was thinking the same things. I got a lot of backup and they actually planted it. I didn't even have to go close to the MCOM really, I just swatted up a couple of enemies. And I of course choose to go close to this wall right here and kind of shoot any enemies trying to reinforce or attack the MCOM before, kind of in the back. Kind of like a bitch, kind of a little bit sneaky, but still it works. I play to win, I don't play to do it nicely. I'm not all like, oh, hello, guy, you have a gun that's not as good as my gun. I'm gonna let you have a few pot shots at me first, so things are even. No, that's definitely not how I play. But my squad is, as I said, mostly medics, so I do get revived a lot, and I have no clue who these guys are. I just joined them randomly, but I gotta say I was pretty impressed about their business, so to say. They were a great squad, simply. I'm guessing these guys might be friends in real life or some shit like that, because they were basically all over the place, or in the right places rather. And yeah, I'll go down and jump into the armored, kind of weird looking Humvee, go for a nice little attack here on the left, because most of my team are already in the middle or to the right, so it's much better to spread out and keep the front line as thin as possible. And just like here, I'm getting actually behind the enemy and shooting them in the back, and that's of course always good, because if the enemy can't shoot back, they will not kill you, and it's a great idea. So I plant A, I go down, but luckily I got, as I said earlier, I got a good squad, so I get revived almost straight away. I decide, since I'm kind of low on health and I don't want to stick around there if there's any grenades or M3 or M320s incoming, grenade launchers and shit like that, I want to kind of go into the middle and kind of also try to attack B when I get enough health. Spot this guy going towards spawn here, and I decide to of course pick him off to make sure you don't shoot my pals in the back here. And then again I move up to the wall to cover as good as possible, because a thick wall like this is gonna be your best defense against enemies. Of course it can come from the far right or the far left, but most of the time they aren't smart enough to do that, and most of the time there's always one or two friendlies that are gonna try to keep them from getting to the point. And right here a few of my friendlies went down, but the squad mate is on it and I'm on it, so they go up quickly. I decide to start pushing up a little bit here. Saw a lot of enemies still hang about here, and it's always good to push up early and start cleaning them out so they don't get bogged down, or they can't like build up defenses, so to say. But sadly I went way too early. I went, I think, 7 seconds too early. Actually, I didn't think about it, so I die of course by going out of bounds, and that kind of sucks. But it wasn't for nothing. That's gonna make sure my friendlies can push up just a little bit easier, because there's 3 enemies less there to cover the point. I realized that this squad mate here is going to the far left, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna join you, man. I'm not gonna leave you high and dry hanging here, so I'm reinforcing him. And then I realized that, wait, if I cut into this alleyway here, I'm gonna be able to shoot these guys in the back. Get a bit sidetracked here, and my aim is kind of crappy. I see 2 enemies and I can't really decide which one to shoot, so I aim for the guy actually running away first, and then I catch the guy that's hiding inside there. Spend a little bit of time aiming in there still, just to make sure it's clear. Then I run out, mistake a friendly for an enemy, see 2 enemies, pick them off real quickly, go for the plant right here, and I don't really know what the fuck I was doing there. I thought he was gonna plant, so I stopped the planting, and I like kind of kept moving to stay alive. But then I noticed that, oh fuck, it's not planted, god dang it! And he died, that's why he stopped planting it. Sadly, I couldn't revive him, so I go for the plant again. And I go back to this little shop area here, because I thought I can pick some guys off and then jump in again for easy cover and easy way of actually reloading. But sadly, I go down, I spawn in on the squad mate, I see an enemy here, so I pick him off, make sure to resurrect a little bit, and then I peek in towards their spawn, catch a couple of guys off guard, throw a grenade, and go for my hidey spot again. The point has now blown up, so we are in a good spot indeed. Sadly though, when I go for the revive, I get killed, and then I actually get revived again. And that guy is jumping around like crazy with the FAMAS in front of me. Didn't go very well for him though, I picked him off, but then I get shot in the back, I think by a USA 12 actually. You suck at shooting and you are 12 years old. That gun. So I decided to go the far right instead, to try to pick off as many enemies as possible. Don't go very well for me, but luckily my friendlies do a much greater job, so I can push up here and go a little bit even further to the right and start picking off these guys kind of from the side / back. Do a good job, take 2 guys, and make sure to revive the friendly. Sadly though, I go down. MP... oh, what is it? Oh no, P90 I mean. MP90, what the fuck am I talking about? Get rest again, and notice that, oh fuck, I'm getting shot by some kind of auto sniper in the back. Take a few pot shots, but since he threw a pretty good grenade there, I had to pull back, so I decided to just move up instead. Catch one guy, but sadly his pal gets me. But again, I get resurrected by my squad. Fucking awesome squad, I gotta say. Like, you feel so... It feels like it's too good to be true when you have a squad like that, because like when you do get resurrected all the time and they keep a tight shift, it's like playing with Jack or playing with any other good friend of mine that is actually really good at Battlefield and kind of know what the fuck they're supposed to do. It's just a great joy to play Battlefield when shit goes down that way, and my squad mates actually managed to keep the planted and we win. Great success indeed. Again, you guys post a comment with which PDW I should use next, a shotgun or one of the submachine guns. You guys pick. As usual, it's a pleasure to be your host. I'm Anders, of course. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.